Okay, so the next video we're going to get into kind of the theory of operation and the general operation of an electric oven. So the overall theory is real similar to the gas. It just achieves it in a different manner due to the heating source. But much like the gas oven, you're still going to have a call for heat. You still got to have the fan motors running before it wants to energize or actually heat the unit. So like in the component identification, I identified these contactors here. And so you'll notice these contactors, these center pieces actually move. So there's lugs on both sides of this. So you got your power coming in here and your power's coming out down here. Well, when this contactor is out like this, that means this contactor is open, so there's no current flowing through here. So when you turn the unit on and it senses the fan motor's running, everything's good, it's going to send the call for heat. So the controller sends a signal out, closes these contactors, which pulls these in. And when these pull in, that will send power through the contactor. So then once you get power through the contactor, it comes over here and it sits at the SSR, and then it's waiting for the temp control to turn the SSRs on and off, and then it will send that power to the elements on the back. And then the temp control will continue to regulate the SSR output based on temperature, set point temperature, actual temperature, load, things like that. But that's the basic overview of the oven here. We can turn this on real quick and you guys can kind of see that play out. So I'm going to put this amp clamp on one of these wires here, and so this will be a good indicator of when we turn it on. You'll see there's no power going anywhere. So again, we're going to turn the unit on, the contactor's closed. Now when this unit begins heating, we'll be able to see the amp draw increase on our amp clamp here. Okay, so there we go. So now the oven is turning the elements on via the SSRs, so it would begin closing the SSRs. Now you see an amp draw. That's the power being sent to the elements. The element is consuming that power to generate the heat. And so at this point, the unit would be in a full call for heat because we're just at room temperature with a set point of 450 degrees. So we would see this amp draw pretty well all the way to set point temperature. Once it gets to set point or close to set point, you'll see it start backing that amperage down, and that's so that it doesn't way overshoot temperature, and then it'll just kind of, you'll see it move around to maintain the set point temperature. But that's the basic overview of the operation of the oven. So it's similar to a gas oven in the way it acts, the way it responds. It's just instead of measuring gas pressure, we're measuring electrical amp draw. So